Why play Skarner top lane? Well, he pushes waves quickly, he has very strong poke, he has great lockdown, and he's actually pretty mobile. However, he can get kited, especially if E is interrupted, and his ultimate, where amazing, can be easily flashed or dodged away from. Skarner's passive is his basic attacks, Q, and ultimate all apply a stack to his target. After applying 3 stacks, the target starts to take damage over time. Each additional hit after the 3 stacks extends the effect. Skarner's Q causes him to rip a boulder out of the ground and carry it. This empowers his next 3 attacks to have bonus range, bonus attack speed, deal bonus damage, and hit in an AoE circle. The third attack is massively empowered to do even more damage and slow enemies hit. This ability can also be reactivated before using the third hit to throw a straight line skill shot. Enemies hit are dealt damage and slowed, and this can even deal damage to structures. Skarner's W deals damage in a large area around him and slows all enemies hit, as well as grants himself a shield. Skarner's E causes him to charge forward in a direction, during which time he's immune to slows and ghosted. This can be used through terrain, and if he hits an enemy champion or large monster, he carries them with him for a short distance. If he carries them into terrain, they're dealt damaged and stunned, and the cooldown of this ability is reduced. Skarner's ultimate is a cone skill shot with a short cast time. Upon release, it deals damage to all enemies hit and suppresses the closest 3, dragging them with him, during which time he's granted a solid speed boost. For combos, start by using Q and then use E to engage. We use Q first because the duration does not start until after E has ended. After hitting your opponent, use an auto attack into W before spamming away with more autos. And when engaging, use E into an auto attack and your ultimate. From here, drag them away and then use W and Q spamming away with more attacks. For matchups, Skarner does great into champions he can easily poke and push in all game. And he can struggle against champions who can easily get onto him and force him into extended trades. For runes, take this. Comet with W max is the core part of his laning phase. For build order, start Ring and Pot, get an early tier before building tier 2 boots and a Sunfire. After this, a Thimble Winter and Thornmail are great pickups before finishing a build with any of these as needed. For skill order, start W then Q then E before maxing W then Q then E, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Teleport. Starting the game, you're looking to farm hard and constantly poke your opponent while doing so. Skarner's poke is incredibly strong and very easy to land by spamming W. This will damage the entire minion wave and your opponent at the same time. And this combined with Comet to deal even more damage is why Skarner has a great lane. Keep pushing hard and poking your opponent with W, forcing them to low health and to farm under their tower. Keep up good wards to spot any early ganks, and if anyone does come to gank you, simply E away through a wall to safety. And of course, when you hit level 6, you now have a massive power spike of damage in CC, especially if you can combine this with your jungler. Entering the mid game, you want to take your tower as soon as possible and then push the wave out. From here, you can split push for tons of pressure, knowing your E gets you out of a lot of situations. Otherwise, push the wave out, then group up to fight. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play as your teams engaging from the flank. Use E through terrain onto their backline to push one of their backline towards your team before ulting and dragging them into danger. This combined with the AoE damage and slow from your Q and W is great value.